So we start with the renal corpuscle because that's where kidney function begins, right? Filtration. Without filtration, we don't have anything to work with. So the renal corpuscle is the beginning of this. The glomerulus is kind of a knot of capillaries, right? We have an afferent and an efferent arteriole. Then we have this capillary tuft in between. If we zoom in and we look at these capillaries, these are specialized capillaries. Okay, first off, this is the section I want to look at first. Okay, so you have, I want to use the pointer, but it's way over here. All right, what you have here, this is the capillary wall, right? Endothelial capillary wall. There's the nucleus. There's the very thin wall. And you'll see the wall has holes, right? So those are the fenestrations of the glomerular capillaries. Remember when we talked about capillaries last week? I said the kidney capillaries were special. They had these windows. These are the windows, okay? The windows are still smaller than a protein, all right? So they're very small. Now, further restricting flow are the podocytes and the pedocells, all right? So this is a capillary, but then wrapped around it, you know, like one of the aliens from the Alien movie, right, where it sticks on your face, right? Dated myself again, probably. But, okay, that's these guys. So this is a podocyte. The edges of the podocyte, the fingers, it works a little like this. Like if each hand is a podocyte, the pedicels are the fingers. And the pedicels sit really, they intertwine but don't touch, right? So they make these little slits between your fingers. And those slits are the filtration slits. So like, here's one and here's one. Like you can see where those guys are in there. So what we have is a tube, the capillary, that has a bunch of holes, and surrounding the holes are podocytes with pedicels making slits. So we have a filtration membrane, right? We have a restriction in molecules in order to go from inside to outside have to cross through these different areas called the filtration membrane. So if we zoom way in and look, okay, this is the capillary side, all right? Here's the capillary endothelial cell with its fenestrations or pores. Here are the pedicels of the podocytes. And then in between those are the filtration slits, okay? Now, the basement membrane, remember all epithelial cells have a basement membrane, right? Capillaries are no different. The capillary basement membrane of the glomerulus, we call that the dense layer. And the dense layer also has filtration characteristics, okay? So the dense layer, for example, it tends to repel negatively charged molecules like proteins, right? So for example, the dense layer has that characteristic. So given this, we have pressure on this side, right? Because we have hydrostatic pressure pushing from the heart this way. So it means anything that is small enough to come through will come through, all right? So these are going to be small molecules that come through. So small, and then water. Water and small solutes. Proteins and blood cells are way too big to get through. So only small stuff exits.